What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, along with
Isaac Kenobi.
And today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to do a trailer breakdown. We've already done our reaction.
Yep. We actually watched it twice.
Yes, we watched it twice in our reaction. We're giving a lot of thought to this trailer because there's a lot here to process and to think about. So we're going to do a trailer breakdown now of the D23. I'm just gonna call it a trailer because it's a trailer.
Yeah.
They call it a special look, but we're gonna go over that and see frame by frame kind of what's going on in this trailer, what's happening, and we're gonna start that right now. But hey, if this is your first time to the Poindexter Lounge, know this: the Poindexter Lounge is
a place for nerds.
That's right. It's a place for you and us to come together and do stuff like this, to talk about the stuff that we love, right? The stuff that we are passionate about, whether it be TV shows, games, movies, toys, trailers, whatever. We talk about it. We do that. All things nerd right here. And so if that sounds like something that you would like to be a part of this growing community, please consider hitting that subscribe button and, of course, the notifications bell, because that tells you when we put out new videos, which is how often?
All the time.
Like all the time. Like we're doing 2 videos for this thing, right?
Yep.
So like you're gonna wanna be a part of that. So please hit that notifications bell. Also give us a thumbs up if you like the video. That tells YouTube that people like us. And it says, well, maybe we should get our analytic thing together, our algorithm together, and tell other people about the Poindexter Lounge. So please help us out that way. Also, we're aiming to get to 10,000 subscribers. We're like almost at 7,000 subscribers. That's our next goal, is 10. And so we would love for you to be a part of this growing community. All right. So please do that today. Also, find us on social media. We're on not all of them, but we're on the main ones. And that way we can communicate in a way that's different than here on YouTube, because you can share stories with us, you can share pictures with us or links with us, and tell us about your nerd side, what you do to nerd out, what are the things that you love. And then also you can share with us things like if you have a YouTube channel, we'd love to see it, right? If you're into stuff, we would love to see what you're doing, and maybe even do a review. A couple weeks ago, or last week, we did a trailer reaction video for a guy that just said, hey, my daughter made this horror movie trailer, whatever, she was like 12 years old. Would you guys watch this? And I'm like, yeah, we'll watch that for sure. We'll do a trailer reaction video for that. So please give us your thoughts, your comments, and your suggestions, and we read all of them. We do. So do that today, all right? So now, we're going to go ahead and break this down. Now, the whole first half of the trailer is old footage. Yeah. So we're just going to kind of go through that. And we're going to watch it, but we're just going to kind of go through that, and then we'll get to the new stuff. I like how the music starts out first. Got the twin sons.
Yeah.
And the introduction to Obi-Wan. Now, I will say this: the twin sons thing was a perfect way to start this.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're younger than I am, obviously, yeah. Isaac. So, like I've got, 40 years of watching this film, and like seeing this. But like, what kind of emotion does that stir in you when you see that from Luke?
Well, it's like one of the most memorable scenes out of the whole series.
Yeah.
So it's to start with that. It's you're starting with one of the most important, one of the most iconic scenes in the whole story.
Yeah. And also we talked about, it's interesting that they started with the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And not with episode 1, because a lot of other stuff that we've seen shows the narrative from episode 1 till now. This does it in the order that those of us who've been around would have watched it. So I think that was smart. Yeah. I really think that was smart. All right, so then we get the introduction of Obi-Wan, love Princess Leia, Han.
First time we see them.
Yeah. New Hope stuff. I love the scene that they use right there, where it sounds. I know that he didn't actually say it, but I don't know if you've ever seen the thing where it sounds like he says Carrie.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah,
it's not true, but it does sound like when she runs up that he says Carrie. But obviously Luke and Han.
And
Chewie didn't get his medal.
Yeah, but he got the last line of the movie.
That's right. Empire Strikes Back. Now, Empire to me, greatest movie ever made. Hands down, my favorite movie. Not even just Star Wars. Favorite movie. that movie encapsulates everything that you want in a movie, and I love it too because it doesn't end on a happy note. I mean, it does kind of end on a happy note. It's like this hopeful note at the end because they're looking out at the galaxy, but in reality, like a lot of bad stuff has happened. It was left up in the air, and so great lines, moments, memorable moments from Empire. Most quoted. Return of the Jedi. Okay, so he says we passed on all we know.
Yep. He said 1,000 generations lives in you now.
That is just so cool because it shows that everything, you know, I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, Disney doesn't respect Star Wars and they hate the new trilogy and everything. That right there just shows you there's that weight of what has come before. Yep. You know, this new trilogy was never going to be Luke and Han and Leia's story. And I think people misconceive that. They felt like just because it was after Return of the Jedi and just because, you know, they made appearances that these movies are going to be about them, but it's not. And
because everything has grown around since the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Like the prequels are even about characters that we got in, like, names and like hints that we got in the original trilogy.
Yeah, and I truly feel for people, and if you disagree, you can tell me down in the comment section. But I feel for people who say, well, these new characters, I don't care about them because they haven't developed them, they haven't done this and that. They have. It's just that I think people have blinders on because they're so focused on wanting it to be something else than it was. Yeah. And I understand that. But we have to remember it was 30 years after Return of the Jedi, right? Yeah. It was set long after that. So all those stories that we would have loved to have seen and you know, obviously I read the books, you know, they took place just 5 years after Return of the Jedi. And we still had that same feeling. So people who read the books and were part of the expanded universe, I get you, okay? I understand. I'm there with you. You're my people. But we have to realize these are different times. Yep. These are different people. This is a different age. This is something else. And they have developed these characters and given us reasons to love them. Do I love Finn as much as I love some of the original trilogy characters? No. I don't have blinders on, right? I'm not super excited about Rose Tico and you know, and like get all emotional about her or whatever, you know. And Poe is kind of like, you know, whatever. But I feel that they're a good supporting cast for what they're doing with Rey, what they're doing with Ben Solo. Yep. And I feel like those are your main characters. It's not, you know, it's not like kind of like it was where you had this huge ensemble of people doing stuff, but there's still that weight there that what came before matters. So, all right, so here we got Mace Windu. I love the selections. The selections mean something. You always got to remember when they show something, it means something. So they picked these on purpose. So here is Mace Windu trying to arrest Palpatine, but not able to. Obviously, it's treason then. Yes. All right, so here we go. Vader. The Darth Vader helmet.
This is your fight.
Now, here's something you notice. You notice there were several shots there of people like lending a hand right in a row. Several shots of people putting out their hand, and it's kind of that passing the baton. Yeah. Right? Passing the baton to somebody else and going in a new direction, you know, like, and so I love that it was all this, you know, handing it off or taking somebody's hand over and over again. That was cool. That was cool. Then, of course, we get the shot of Luke.
Yeah, at the end of episode 8.
At the end of episode 8, you know. Awesome. I've always loved that shot of the X-Wings flying over the water. The moment where the Force... See, right there is the moment... That's what The Force Awakens is about. Yep. That moment,
that's like when everything just like clicks or falls into place.
Yes. Look, Rey is a totally different thing, and I think we're going to see this in this movie. of who Rey really is.
Yeah.
Right. We have not gotten this backstory. Everybody's like, oh, Rey's a Mary Sue. Rey's a Mary Sue. She everything's come so easy for her and blah 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 blah. Okay, look, it's called The Force Awakens, right? The Force was dormant for a long time, and Luke had cut himself off from the Force. So the Force was dormant. There was no real outlet, and all of a sudden, the Force awakens within her. And why? And here's the thing: everybody's complaining without knowing the why. You got to know the why. Look, if episode 9 happens and it doesn't explain anything and it sucks and we don't get any information on Rey or why she is the way that she is, then yes, I will come on and I will do a video and I will say, okay, look, I watched the entire trilogy now and this is horrible. This is a horrible storyline. I don't like it. But for now, I'm optimistic and I'm saying, okay, I still have another whole movie to see. So how can I make a judgment on these little pieces? How many trilogies or movie series do we watch that something is set up in one movie?
Yep. And it plays out through the rest.
And it pays off at some point, right? And people want to say, well, Disney's not that smart. Really? Really? Disney's not that smart. We're talking about Disney. Have you watched a Disney movie? Now, look, every Disney movie's not perfect, but come on. Disney knows how to tell a story. Right? And people want to just...
And even when Disney picked up from where Marvel left off, they even continued that story and continued to build up the Thanos story.
Yeah. They know how to tell a story. So this whole thing of, I don't give Disney credit for being able to... Well, I'm sorry, because you're so smart and everybody else is so stupid. And obviously the multi-billion-dollar corporation Disney, it's all about the money. Well, yeah,
even Star Wars Rebels was really good.
Oh, yeah. I just think it's funny. People are like, it's all about the money. Yeah, that's what they make movies for. Like people act like I don't understand. Like they act like this is something that like Disney's like Disney's doing this on the weekends or something. Just like out of the love of their heart or whatever. Like yes, they're passionate about it and they care about it. There's people who they want it to succeed. It's not like they want to put out crap and ruin Star Wars. It's like their whole thing was to ruin Star Wars right from the beginning. Yeah, they spent $4 billion on something just to go. Yeah, we want to ruin it. That's what we want to do. We want to just trash it and we don't care about it. But no. So anyways, that's interesting. Okay, so here we get our first shot of our group.
Yep.
And I think that this is going to be the movie that brings them together, that makes us care more about some of these characters.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time they're all together.
Yeah, like right there is Poe, Finn, Rey, and Chewie.
Yep.
And then they're heading to whoever that is.
I think it's funny. Did you see the reports? There was people complaining about saying that Disney did not fully buy Star Wars.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago there was like this big report because they were talking about Galaxy's Edge because Galaxy's Edge doesn't have a lot of original trilogy stuff because even Galaxy's Edge, they're telling a story. Galaxy's Edge is a story that happens around this time
Disney at D23 they showed like the timeline of everything and it said Galaxy's Edge is at the end after all this stuff.
Yes. So the Falcon obviously survives. But yeah, so the thing is that then there's a YouTuber called Doomcock and he wears a mask, right? Because apparently he doesn't have the guts to show his face. I'm sorry, but I don't try to pick fights with people, but this is I'm just kind of done with this whole Star Wars sucks thing and just like trying to find a way to put Star Wars down. And that's all he does, is make videos about how Star Wars sucks. Like it's just everything Star Wars sucks. Yeah. Hate Star Wars. Star Wars is stupid. Galaxy's Edge is a failure. Everything's a failure. Star Wars is doomed. Whatever. Blah blah blah. Okay, so he made this video and the problem is that people picked up on this thing that said that he had a source that said that Disney did not buy all of Star Wars, that they're licensing some of Star Wars. That's why they made their own story. Not because they had to make a new story.
Yeah.
To progress the story beyond what has already come. No, that's not why. It's because they don't actually own it. And that's why there's not a lot of original trilogy stuff, because anything that they had that was supposedly George Lucas stuff, they had to pay him 25% of. So that's why. There's nothing. It's like, and then I saw a video of them talking about like all the stuff that is in there. Like, got the Millennium Falcon, got the droids, got Chewbacca, right? Got
and
Chewbacca.
Even Kanata's castle, there's all those banners like from stuff like of symbols from original trilogy, prequels.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's a dumb statement. It's a dumb video. It's a dumb everything. He should be dumb cock because that's it's just stupid. Anyways, so we're gonna go. So we got all of our characters together, including Chewbacca. So apparently George Lucas has to pay 25% for this scene. All right, here we go. Oh, there was C-3PO. There's another 25%. And Leia, hold on, Leia's in it. There's another 25% right there. So this thing with Leia,
Aren't they using footage that they haven't used in 7?
Yeah.
Or was it
7
and 8?
I think it was 7 and 8, but JJ specifically said 7. So you can tell just because of like what it is. It's very reminiscent of the scene from the end of 7.
Yeah.
Right? So you can tell that they cut her out of whatever scene that they were using there when Rey and Chewie come back. Look, we get it. But you know what? She's in the movie. And that is special. Because she's gone. And the fact that they're bringing her back in a respectful way, I think it means a lot. Okay. This right here, super cool. To see all the ships, man. Look at it. You got A-wings, Y-wings, X-wings. You got the Carillion, or not the Carillion. You got the Alderaan Corvette there. What else we got? We got some B-wings.
Oh, yep.
B-wings. We have not seen any B-wings in the new trilogy. That is phenomenal. There's a lot of A-wings in there too. A lot of A-wings.
There's one right in between the wings of
there's like
right there. There's another
look,
one
they're all over.
there.
Now, what is that ship though?
That kind of looks like an A-wing.
No, the front one.
The front.
The front, like, because you got the lead X-wing.
Not that one, but that one.
Yeah, the one right here on the right.
Oh yeah, I see.
The big one. It's hard to tell what that one is. It may just be a ship, but man, that's a great shot right there. Okay. We said it in the other video. Are you kidding me? That many stars.
If this isn't like an illusion or like a vision that somebody has, this is gonna be really hard to take down.
Oh my gosh. I mean, the other one, the Resistance has like one-man fighters. Those are Star Destroyers, man. And I mean, look, you can't even count them all. They're just
It goes back for rows, and it goes like back really far, and it even goes like to the side. Like you can still see even off screen. There's like 2 more rows going that way.
I know.
Like 3 more rows going that way.
What a phenomenal visual that is. Holy cow. Okay, so that's the new actress that people are saying they think may be Lando's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if they're going to make all those connections. I don't think they have to, but it would be kind of cool if it was Lando's daughter, for sure. Okay, what is this scene?
Yeah.
C-3PO. Now, I'm glad that C-3PO is being featured because I don't think that we've had, if there's one thing, if I have a criticism, we have not seen enough of the droids. The droids have been a side thing that only, just barely there. They haven't been really around. Like, I feel that maybe like Finn and Rose should have taken R2 with them or something, when they went to Canto Bight, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or C-3PO or both. Right? Because I think that you could have had some comedy relief in those scenes. Because I can imagine R2 going through the casino, trying to get some information, whatever. C-3PO, it would have been a great callback of like C-3PO tries to get into the casino and they say, you're not welcome here. Get your droids out. That would have been awesome. No droids or whatever. That would have been phenomenal. But, that didn't happen. So we get C-3PO, Anthony Daniels last time playing C-3PO. I can't believe the guy's still that skinny.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, holy cow. But he's got red eyes. C-3PO's gone full Sith, folks. Full Sith. Wow. Okay.
might be like a control room that he's trying to get access to, and maybe it's like for the First Order. Maybe the First Order like fires like something back, which gives him the red eyes.
Maybe. Okay, so here we have a laser blast of some kind on a planet.
It kind of looks like the beam that Starkiller gave, but not as strong.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I heard something about that they're supposed to be able to use some of the technology, like they have it portable or whatever. And we also saw that in episode 8, where they had like the prototype of the Death Star laser that they were going to use, whatever. So as long as it's just not some world killing apparatus again, because I think that storyline, like I don't want to see a third, or what are we on? Like how many Death Stars now?
Well, there's a 2 in the original trilogy, and then we got Starkiller.
Yep, but then they used the laser in episode 8, you know, and in the books when in the expanded universe, it seemed like they brought back, what was it, maybe 2 or 3 times they brought back either a Death Star or the Death Star weapon or something, and so the jury's out on this one. Okay. Rey, it looks like she's training.
Yeah.
And you can see there that there is a training ball remote.
Yep.
And that's what she's throwing her saber at.
Yes. Maybe she's trying to get like accurate, like throwing it, like she's not just throwing it, hoping it hits, like she's trying to.
My wonder is this her training and she's getting frustrated?
Yeah, because you see there's another tree right behind her that got chopped down.
Yep. So is she just getting frustrated with something, maybe an inability to do something, and so she's becoming frustrated? Maybe maybe we start getting these hints of the dark side in her, like an anger or frustration stuff, kind of like Luke, right? Because they set up Luke, folks. Luke was supposed to turn to the dark side in Return of the Jedi. That was supposed to happen. And you could see the setup for Empire Strikes Back where Luke, you know, has this frustration. It's like, I just can't do it, you know, and stuff. And you can see that. It'd be cool if they bring some of that back and do that with Rey. But there is a training ball right there, and she throws her saber at it. So.
And she calls it back.
Yep, she calls it back, and she's got that red ribbon on her hand, and I wonder what that means.
It goes down her wrist a little bit.
And she's holding a stick too, isn't she?
Either that or it's just how it's angled.
Yeah, that's a weird angle. All right, now here comes Kylo Ren.
I just think it's really cool how his lightsaber ignites.
Oh my goodness, look at that! Look at that scene. Oh, what are they on?
Yeah, it looks like it's either riding on the water or the water's just hitting up against it and it's going that high.
Well, I think this is the wreckage of the Death Star that they find.
Yeah, because it kind of looks like that same area that we see in the first trailer.
Yeah, and everybody keeps going back and forth on which one this is. Like, is this Yavin, where the first Death Star blew up, or is this Endor, where the second Death Star blew up? I personally. And I know people have come out and said that it's Yavin, but we've got nothing official.
If this is if the Emperor's in this, I'm thinking maybe the second Death Star.
It's got to be the second Death Star to me, because it seems like Kylo has been there, or the Knights of Ren have been there and got the helmet on Endor. And people say, well, Endor is just a forest moon. No, it's not. If you look at Endor, the shot of Endor, right, you see that. It's a full planet. It's got water. It's got everything as they're going down.
Even in Star Wars Battlefront 2, you get to see a little bit more of Endor that you don't see in the movies.
Endor has a variety of... Endor is very much Earth-like. I mean, there is the forests and stuff, and the forests are very prevalent. That's why they call it the forest moon of Endor. But the thing is that there's more to it than that. It's not just a forest. So this could very well be Endor. And I hope it is, honestly, because I feel like that's how they discover Emperor Palpatine. Emperor Palpatine would not be in the wreckage of the first Death Star. Yeah. If he's there. Whatever. Nice fight scene.
Yes, it's in.
So that's Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah, you can tell that is.
Talking about your journey's at its end.
Yeah.
Right. So this is it, folks. This is This is where we've come to. Now, is this the end of Star Wars? No.
No.
They're going to go in different directions.
We saw the trilogy from the Game of Thrones writers.
Yeah.
Still got that one.
Well, and you know, that's kind of up in the air right now. We don't know what's going on with that. But Star Wars is not dead. They're not going to end it here.
We even have Mandalorian coming out on Disney Plus and the Obi-Wan show.
I know, we got so much cool stuff coming. All right, and now here, right here, boom, they hit us with this. Now, interesting, her eyes are not yellow,
Yep.
right? So it's not Sith-like, but it's...
But the thing is, she has kind of like a blank face. It's not like she's showing any emotion. It's just it's just blank.
So that leads me to believe, like you were saying, that she's being controlled.
Yeah.
Not that she's doing it of her own accord, but that she's being controlled. Because it's very blank. It's a very blank stare.
Yeah.
What I said was that it does look like her. I mean, it looks like her. She almost kind of looks a little bit like Carrie Russell there, but it's not. I mean, like I had to kind of do a double take, and I know that they've confirmed that it's Rey. So you don't have to comment down in the comment section that it's not Carrie Russell. I know it's not Carrie Russell. Okay, but also look at those sabers.
Yeah, it's not just normal like straight blade. It's kind of like the fire looking blade, kind of like Kylo's.
It's like Kylo's. Does she take Kylo's saber and reforge it? Because the only reason Kylo's blade is like that is because it's cracked. The kyber crystal is cracked, and that's why his saber is not stable.
Yeah.
The beam is not stable. Usually the plasma beam. Yes, I'm going to get nerdy on you here. Okay, so the plasma beam of a lightsaber comes from the crystal through energy being focused through the crystal and coming out. Kylo's crystal is cracked. We don't know why his crystal is cracked, but it's cracked, and so therefore it has a flaw in it. And so actually his blade is not as strong as it should be.
Yeah.
Which is a concern, but that's why it has the fiery kind of thing, because the plasma is not solidly contained within the field. So for her to have this means the same thing, that she would have to have a cracked crystal. So I wonder if does she take his crystal?
Yep. Does
she like break his saber when they're fighting? Do they take that, break that, and forge this new saber? So it's interesting. So that blade then comes up, and you can have two. Now we've seen this in action figures over the years, but never
like in a movie.
It's obviously not in any Star Wars movies. But we have wanted to see. Everybody has said it from the very first movie where she has the staff. Man, she needs to be wielding a double-sided or double-bladed lightsaber.
Yeah.
Right?
Because we see how she does with the staff and before she holds the lightsaber.
Yeah. And it's weird because like seeing her with the staff is very natural. Where seeing her with like one blade, seeing her with Anakin's saber, it still hasn't looked right to me. But this looks right. This just looks cool. Okay, so we got this shot, and then of course that
it folds out.
That is so cool. Switchblade lightsaber that comes out like that, and then man, she just looks possessed, doesn't she?
It's just still even that shot's still just blank.
Oh my gosh, I love it though. The imagery. I have not been a fan of her turning to the dark side, but after seeing this, wow. I still don't want Kylo to be redeemed. I have a feeling now that if this is not a Force vision or a concern or something like that, that is brought up, that Kylo somehow has to redeem himself because he doesn't want Palpatine, because he has feelings for her. And he doesn't want Palpatine to control her, whatever, and so that'll come out. But also, we got Vader's, breathing and stuff in this thing, and who knows if Vader actually plays a role? Because we know that at the D23 screening, they showed a scene where Vader's helmet was actually in a sealed container and comes out and it looks like dry ice and goes, whatever. So he's being preserved.
Force Awakens, he's talking to the helmet.
Yeah. So I hope that we get some of that. That we see some of that, and I have a sneaking feeling that the whole thing because Vader was obviously talking to Kylo, right, and so I have this sneaking suspicion that was Palpatine all along, manipulating him, pushing him, or whatever. I think we may.
I think he may realize that,
and I think it's perfect that the Emperor's coming back because the Emperor's going to explain Snoke.
Yep.
Because the Emperor's gonna monologue.
Yep.
You know he's gonna monologue, right?
You know he will.
And so he's gonna get there. He's like, everything has gone as I have foreseen.
Yeah.
And it's like Snoke was but a puppet, was but a tool to bring you to me. You can see it, right? I mean, it's gonna happen. Yeah.
Because remember one thing that I told you after we watched the trailer, or we did that video for the trailer, is like one thing I'm hoping that he's probably gonna explain is where has he been the whole time and why is he showing up now? After Snoke and after all this stuff.
Yeah. So, man. So to this scene right here, this is so cool. So cool. She looks great. Can't wait to get that action figure. Tiffany's going to want that action figure for sure. And there you go. Right there, baby.
Then you get the logo.
Rise of Skywalker. December
20th.
December 20th. December 20th is going to be
that's later than the other movies.
Yeah, man, December 20th is going to be a big day for me because we have my band, Waking Vegas, we're doing our Christmas concert that day. But the day before, obviously, it'll be a Thursday because it'll come out on the Thursday.
Yeah, it'll come out that Thursday night.
Yeah, and so, man, it's going to be a big week. Holy cow. Oh, I can't wait. There's so much, and there's so much stuff in between, right? I mean, for us nerds, just Star Wars alone, you got the Mandalorian that's gonna drop, and then if you're a DC fan like us, you got Titans and
next Friday.
You got Titans next Friday, and just oh my goodness, so much cool stuff. It is coming out. It too.
Comes out very soon.
Yeah, so lots of great movies coming out, but this, if you don't like this, I feel like we need to have a cup of coffee and just talk this out because, man, it looks so good. And I get it. Look, I was not a big fan of the prequels, right? And I struggled with the prequels, but I still love it. And I still find positive things about it. I don't understand this push all of a sudden that like we have to hate it and just the vitriol about it.
I still been joke around like the high ground joke. I even still do that joke too sometimes. Like the other day at her dad's, the cat and the puppy were playing with each other, and all of a sudden the cat hops up on the couch and I go, "It's over, I got the high ground." And I was like saying that's what the cat was thinking.
Nice.
So I'm like still even like quoting and joke around about.
Yeah, well, we were at the beach. We were at the beach a couple weeks ago, and like sand was getting everywhere and everything. And I'm like, I understand Anakin now. I understand Anakin a whole lot more. The sand gets everywhere and it won't go away. So there's so many things, even if it wasn't the best thing. Hayden Christensen is not the best actor in the world. Yeah. He's very wooden, very, whatever. But, there's things that you can still enjoy about it. And when you look at it overall, when we've done marathons and we watch all the movies and stuff, which is going to be really hard to do now with 9 films. But
and then also if we do watch Rogue One and Solo in between.
Oh my gosh, can you believe? It'll take forever. I can't.
Because now number 9 is going to be what, the 12th Star Wars movie?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But just to do the saga movies, just do the saga movies alone. That's 9 movies. If you say they're 2 hours a piece, that's 18 hours of Star Wars. Now I remember back in my day, we just had 3 movies and we'd watch it in one day, and it was fun, and we knew it all, and we'd recite it all as it happened. I used to, when I was younger, me and my friend Shane, and I'll have to tag her in this video. We were such big fans, but we would do that every once in a while. We'd watch the original trilogy every once in a while on VHS. Yes, and so we'd watch it, and Shane and I would just recite the whole movie. You know what I mean, like verbatim. Like, stuff would come up, and we'd just say it. Luke, Luke, Luke. How many syllables are in the name Luke? I don't know. So, And so we just do that, and much to the chagrin of our friend Luke. I forgot. Yeah, his name. It's funny that his name is Luke, but he would get mad at us. Like one time he actually left because he's just like, shut up. I was like, but we love this. This is what we do. We can't watch the movie without saying it, you know. But it'd be 3 movies, 6 hours. You're done. You know, then it was like, oh, we got another trilogy, and so we've done that a couple times where it's like 15 hours, you know, 6 movies.
Now it's 1 through 8,
oh.
Rogue One and Solo.
Let's do 2 days of it, you know. But the thing is, it's great and it's fun and it's something that we're gonna enjoy, and I can't wait. I can't wait. But what did you guys think? Did you guys enjoy this trailer breakdown as we talked about and each little scene here and just reminisced about Star Wars and kind of excited about what's to come. Let us know down in the comment section, all right? Tell us what you guys think. Also, find us on social media and continue the conversation there. Also, we're going to be having a giveaway here.
Yep.
Giveaway, it's going to be here in the next day or so. I'm going to close the thing for being able to get on this Aquaman and Orm action figure 2-pack. You can be in on that, and all you got to do is be a subscriber, hit notifications, and tell us down in the comment section that you indeed want the figure. All right, guys? Man, it's a good morning. It's a good day. It's my day off, and I'm glad that I woke
saw
up.
the trailer was posted, and that's when I got up, got around, came down, and told you.
And I probably look like I'm exhausted and tired and everything, but man, I had to get up and I had to watch this trailer because this is, it's Star Wars. Mm-hmm. It's Star Wars, man. I've camped out.
Even just in an hour, it is almost 500,000 views.
Man, I've camped out. I've waited. For Star Wars. Man, I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars, and I admit it. And I still love Star Wars, and I will continue to love Star Wars no matter what. All right, so there you go, guys. All right, guys. Well, my name is Enosh, a.k.a. Enosh Fett, along with
Isaac Wan Kenobi.
Just saying, hey, may the Force be with you. And you know what? Let's all just get along. Let's all just get along and love Star Wars for what it is. It's a fun fantasy, sci-fi event that has been around since our childhood for most of us and continues to touch lives even 40 years later. All right, guys. Until next time. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you made it this far in the video, you are awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please smash that like button and of course subscribe, and also hit that notifications bell so that you are aware when we put out new videos, which is like all the time. Thanks for being a part of the Poindexter Lounge, and we'll see you next time.